There's a thing that Toby did that touched me. I always say I love you. So I'm used to it. I say I love you to all my friends and all. So I say, Toby, I love you, I love you. There was one time he said I love you too. I cried. That's the greatest thing. And I still thank God for that because that's something I wanted. So my friend said something recently to me. Take back your life because I feel like I've carried so much burden. That's just something that scares me. I feel like people will not understand. They don't even understand. And society can be so quick. Let's say Nigerians, well, are so quick to talk and to judge.
You're just going to trying to get chips and a burger, and three people have stopped you and told you they want to lay hands on him.
Honestly, between you and me, I've not gotten to the stage where I can see my brother having let's say, blue collar job, and it's still breaking my heart because I'm like, I want this boy to have his life, maybe to work for his own money.
Welcome to Hope, Help, and Hugs, a space for honest and heartfelt conversations within the special needs community. Here we share stories that bring hope, offer help, and wrap every listener in a little hug of understanding. Today we're joined by a very special guest, the amazing, absolutely amazing Toyin Odunuyi, the founder of Your Safe Space and someone who grew up as a neurotypical sibling to her brother Tobi, who is autistic. We definitely picked the best person to have this conversation with. Her childhood was shaped by the beauty and complexity of loving a sibling with special needs. A journey that inspired her to create a community where siblings can finally be seen, heard, and supported. Toyin is a writer, a producer, an author, and a compassionate storyteller who uses her voice to address misconceptions, celebrate neurodiversity, and advocate for families. Today, we're exploring a topic that often goes unspoken. A lot of times we hear about children with additional needs, their wants, their desires, their challenges, but we never really think about the siblings. And today we're addressing that. What about siblings? The emotions, responsibilities, joys, and silent battles carried by siblings in special needs families. But before we do that, this is definitely the best time to tell you not to forget to like, follow, subscribe, and share this episode. You also have to stick with us so that you're the first to experience even more heartfelt conversations coming your way.
Welcome, Toyin.
Thank you.
Such an honor to have you here.
Thank you so much.
I have been following your work for quite a while, and as I said in the intro, I knew once we chose this topic that you were the perfect guest to tell us everything about everything everybody needs to know.
Thank you so much. I'm really honored to be here. Thank you.
So Toyin, tell us a little bit about yourself and of course your brother.
Do you want the interview version of myself or like the real?
I want the real version.
I'm a dramatic girl. Okay, so first of all, I'm a writer. I've written about 15 books now or published. I am a filmmaker. I have a film on autism. I am an NGO founder, like you mentioned, your safe space community for neurotypical siblings. And everything I do is basically on advocacy, not just for autism, but also on other matters like sexual assault, female genital mutilation. So everything I do is based on advocacy. So I believe in the word, the saying, the pen is mightier than the sword. So meaning that you can write something and to create like a greater effect, society. So that's the serious part of me. The unserious part of me is that, like I said, I'm a dramatic person. I'm a troublemaker and a lover girl. I love love. And will I say I'm really, really, really soft and a crybaby. So excuse me if I may start crying here. So about my brother, what did I say about my brother? Toby is a sweetheart, but he's also very annoying. I don't think I would come here and tell you that, oh, Toby is very sweet, he does not annoy me. I feel like me and my brother fight every day. He's on the spectrum, he's in his 20s right now, and well, I can say like proudly that even though he has autism, he's still my best friend. He's still somebody that, every so Toby does something. Okay, I don't know if I'm supposed to go into this now, but Toby does something really cute. Anytime I go to work and anytime I'm coming back, so when he hears the gate open, he goes to see whether it's Toyin, and then when I come back, he's always touching my face, and it's so cute. It just makes me feel very happy. Even if my parents are like, "Oh, welcome Toyin," like when he just does, I'm like, "Oh, I'm loved at home." So yeah, that's it.
Awesome. That sounds so beautiful. Has it always been that way? Tell me about, how did it, how has the journey evolved to this point?
Okay, so I would say that I did not know Toby had autism. So when we're younger, I can't really remember my childhood, but I remember a few things Toby used to do. So there was the walking on his toes, and then there was this meltdown that he will have, that he will be hitting his head on the wall. That's something that used to scare me a lot, because I was wondering that what's wrong with this boy. Um, then the fact that he couldn't really talk, he was babbling, and the fact that he didn't stay in school, or he didn't stay in his class for Sunday school. So I knew that there was something wrong, but I didn't know it was autism. So I don't think my parents ever sat me down and said, okay, oh, the traditional, like, okay, oh, Toyin, Bankel, this is what it is autism. I don't think they did that. But growing older, when I was in secondary school, I remember when I was in secondary school, I told people that he had something stuck in his throat. That's why he couldn't talk. So I told them that, oh, he needed surgery to get it out. So at that point, I just thought that autism was just about like speech, and I didn't know it was a behavior thing. So then later on, I think in SS1, I knew that was autism. So that's when I started following my mom to all these conferences, all these events. Then I knew that, okay, this is autism, but I didn't know everything all at once. So it's even now that I'm still getting to know some things, because I mean, in this journey, you always learn. You can't just stop. So even when I think that, okay, something is out of the way, there's still something I need to learn. So it was then I knew that Toby had autism. So that's why I started like talking to people about it, like my friends about it. But before then, I would say that growing up with Toby was, will I say, a bit challenging, because we didn't really understand what was going on with him. I didn't really know how to help him, and at the same time, I think I was just particular about just having my friends, so I didn't really give him face like that. It was when I got to secondary school that I really saw that he needed like help and all, and then we needed to know stuff around the house. So I think that's where we started from. And as you know, at a point, the whole autism is spiritual kind of thing. So my mom is a prayer warrior. So when she was doing that, I thought that autism was spiritual. And at a point, I believed that, because I was praying up to like, let's say, 2023. Every prayer meeting I would go for, I would write in my prayer points, Father, please take autism away from my brother. I would pray. There was one particular one I cannot forget. I went to for a church meeting. I cried, felt like the anointing. I got home. I found out that Toby had torn my novels. I remember crying to my best friend. I said, I can't do this anymore. Didn't I just spend hours praying for this boy? And so at that point, I just said that, you know what, this thing may not be, how do I put it? It's not spiritual. It's just a behavior thing, but it still hasn't changed my faith. I still know that the God I serve, Toby can wake up tomorrow and not have autism. But at the same time, there's a reason for everything. I keep on saying that whenever I get overwhelmed and everything, I remember that, okay, there's a reason for everything. Nobody is here by accident, whether it is for me to help people or whether it is for him. So that's just really changed. But from childhood to now, I say that there's been a really like difference, especially with me, because I've grown a lot, especially like with my friendship, like choice, everything. So yeah.
Do you feel that there was something your parents could have done to explain things? Do you think that would have made it a bit easier?
Yes, I think I keep on saying it. Even when I have like events now, I'm like, parents, please sit your other children down to tell them about the other person's, about your other child's diagnosis, because it saves a lot of, why is this happening? Why me? Sit them down, explain to them in a way that they'll be able to understand. If they're adults, you can at least maybe offer some materials if you cannot explain it to them. But if they are children, they say, okay, your brother has autism. He can't really talk the way you're talking right now, and then sometimes he gets overwhelmed. So like I really think that's what parents. I really wish that's like what my parents did, because to have really made things better. Or I mean, we are here right now.
Learning curve. I'm sure they're also learning as well how best to handle situations. But it sounds like you have made a lot of lemonade with, with the lemons.
Yeah.
So, just like siblings all over the world, you grew up feeling a mixture of love, responsibility, and emotions. Yeah. From your experience into your community, your safe space, what are some common experiences siblings of individuals with special needs go through that people don't often talk about?
Oh, a lot, a lot. Oh, first of all, I will start. Let me use myself as. So there's the one that I'm going through right now is the fear of the future. So now I've gotten to the stage where where is your husband? So now I'm not thinking every talking stage that comes, can you handle this? Do you understand this? Because even though like okay, I know my parents are still there, they'll get to a point where my parents cannot really handle the situation, and me and my sister may need to step in, not actively but like we'll still be there. So I want him to be able to understand that okay, this is who I am, this is what I bring. I want to be able to understand like it won't be easy. I will get upset, I'll get really upset, my brother will get upset, like so I want you to understand. So that's where I'm at right now. So I'm really thinking, can somebody really handle this? Sometimes I go through the phase of, do I really want to get somebody involved in this? Do I really want to put myself in that position or put somebody else in that position? Because at the same time, I don't want to feel like a burden.
Yeah.
So it's fear of the future. Apart from the whole marriage thing, it's wondering like where would he be? Because now I'm wondering like, okay, what's Toby going to be like? Like he hasn't gotten to the stage where he can bring money for himself. So I'm like, I have to save. Even if I'm saving for myself, I still have to save a little bit up for him, put money in his account. How is he going to be like health-wise? Is he ever going to get married? Because like I said, I'm a lover girl and I want everywhere to find love. But at the same time, I'm thinking, my brother is in 20s now. Will he ever be able to get married? Will somebody ever like love him? And me, I don't think I'll be able to believe the person fully because we're in Nigeria. I'm so sorry. So I can't really like, okay, say that, oh, I trust you completely with my brother, except if God shows me in my dreams though that okay, oh, this person is truly for me. If that does not happen, I'm so sorry, I can't, because I still have that fear that somebody may not really understand him the way that I do. So apart from that, we also go through embarrassments. Yes, I'll say a story. What happened? I took my brother out to ShopRite and he wanted to have gala. And I told him, you can't have gala. I already bought him chips because his diet and all of that. So he started a meltdown. They used to call it tantrums there because tantrums. He started misbehaving like, oh, I want it, I want it. And then right in front of me were my juniors in secondary school. And I'm like, yeah, just trying to manage the whole situation. I ended up buying it for him. And I got home and I said to my mom, I'm not taking this boy out again. I'm not going to. Because it was so embarrassing I've not seen these people in like, let's say 2 to 3 years, and they're seeing me in that situation, trying to calm somebody down, like, slapping himself. I'm like, oh my God, it's like, it's all a lot. And there are some things that he does, like when it comes to like habits, he wants to pick up like, so he used to get like bottle covers of different, let's say Coke, Fanta. So you get yellow, red, green, and you assemble all of them. He will go through the extent of getting everything, whether it is in the trash bin anyhow, so he must just get everything and put them all together. So that was very embarrassing. I remember at the party he was trying to get, I'm like, leave other people's, God, it is well. And that's the aspect of embarrassment. There's also anxiety, worrying that okay, that's also fear, worrying what's going to happen. And there's will I say, okay, I'm speaking about the negatives. Let me speak about the positives. There is somebody that is always there for you. I cannot emphasize how like Tobi has been there knowingly and unknowingly. That sometimes I would cry and then he would come and he would touch my face. And I'm like, you don't even understand what I'm going through. Why are you doing that? And having been in this situation has made me really empathetic to other people. I would say that is a blessing at the cause, because now I'm even trying to change. Because when I want to do something to somebody, I'll be thinking that, oh, how this person feel now, this is that, and it's so annoying. It's so annoying because I'm meant to be an adult. I'm supposed to be thinking about myself, but this person went through this. Let me do this, and so many things. And I would say being, will I say, present in the house. So in my household, anytime somebody wants to go out, Tobi is around, because we had a house help before, but she wasn't. Tobi was very scared of her, so we did not know why. And then when Tobi is scared of somebody, there's a reason why, so we had to let her go. So right now it's just us in the house, and sometimes somebody needs to step up. So I tell my mother's plans ahead. Like, let's say next week now, Mommy, I'm going out on the 25th, though. That's on a Saturday, oh, please, oh, this is that, I'll be back by this time. So it's always like, even when I'm out, I'm worried that, oh God, what's happening? I'll be texting, like, is Tobi okay? Are you okay? Like, just having to be responsible. But I didn't do that while I was younger. But people in our community now, they've taken on the role of parenting. And that's something I'm still finding very hard. Like, I don't want them to do. You find out that a child of 15 or 17, the parent is already saying that, oh, you have to be there for your sibling, or this is that. And they're still like children.
Yes.
So it's still something that I'm trying to tell parents, that please don't treat your other child as a parent. Let them enjoy their childhood. If they want to do it, fine. But don't force them, because it will build up resentment. That's another feeling, resentment. So let me speak on one member in my community. She's still finding it hard to believe and understand. She does not. She feels that is a lot. That's why is it hard? This is that. And I can't just say, oh, this is what it is. She's not, will I say, spiritual like I am. Just like, okay, no, just understand a bit. This is what he's going through. Have you found out like his triggers when it comes to meltdown? She's like, she doesn't want to hear, because I won't lie to you, it's difficult. There's sometimes like it's not going to go smoothly. Even for me now, there's sometimes I'm like, you know what, I don't want this. So those are the common things that we go through as siblings. But there's also like the responsible one, like we always have to be there. We're always feeling like, oh, this has to be perfect, and also like feeling like the perfect child. So because my mom is going through Tobi, and he's not the child that she prayed for, so that will make me feel like, oh, I have to do everything perfect. Like, I have to get the good grades. I don't want my parents to worry about me. And of course, to get so many burden on one child. And these are all feelings that are going on consistently. So there's no pause. So yeah, it's really a lot. But like I said, like there are highs and lows. The highs, like I'm patient right now. So now I remember the first thing Tobi said. There's a thing that Tobi did that touched me. I always say I love you, so I'm used to it. I say I love you to all my friends, and also I say, Tobi, I love you. There was one time he said I love you too. I cried because it was so emotional. Like for him to say that, like, and then now, so anytime I see it now, I even misuse it. I could be going to the toilet, like, okay, Tobi, I'm coming back. I love you, and he says it back. I love you too, and it's so. That's the greatest thing, and I still thank God for that, because that's something I wanted. So now, like, he's saying some words, you find that I'm very happy about little changes. When he was home before, he used to sleep well. I was thanking God that, thank God though, because adults with autism, they don't really sleep well. So just little things that have changed in my behavior due to this thing, like thanking God for little things, being patient, being compassionate, because this journey to just make you think about other things and be grateful. So yeah, most of this.
I think that was not too much.
No, not at all. I think a genuine fear that a lot of parents have, which is why they start instilling that responsibility in the siblings quite early, is what will happen when they're not there. There are some really, really scary stories where people actually go out of their way to ignore the siblings, because you're handling it in a very gracious way, and I know it's not easy. It's sounding, but I know it cannot be easy. And then we have stories where people are not as gracious, or are really not able to handle all those emotions that you just mentioned. It's a lot when you're dealing with other things like puberty. You're dealing with relationships. You're dealing with academics. You're thinking you should be perfect, because some kids actually need to find their own way, and they need a little, shall I say, a little rebellious era. But you're not allowed to have that.
Yeah. Okay. There's also one thing I need to speak about is jealousy. So when Tobi is autistic, my mom has to place much time with him, because he's the one that needs the help more, not because it's something that was probably new to her. So most siblings now, they go through the phase of jealousy, that why does it always have to, do you get you don't spend time with me,
Yes.
why is that, and everything. So that's where resentment comes in. So now I'm just parents should just try to find a balance, even though you're dealing with that, just a little bit. How are you doing? So that's something I still appreciate my friends for, oh, how are you doing? My mother still prioritizes me, even despite dealing with Tobi. She used to come and sit down on my bed. Oh yeah, which boy are you talking to? So she knows how to answer, but I think some parents are still finding it hard. So they just focus on the neurodivergent child and you just forget about the others, and it's really not cool.
So how would you say, or what would you tell a family navigating that?
I think I would tell them that I'll tell the sibling to speak up, because sometimes that people can't read minds. So just tell your parent that, okay, this is what I'm feeling like. I feel like sometimes you sideline me and you don't pay attention to me. I understand that he needs most of the help, but sometimes I would like to feel low. I like for you to ask me how am I doing. I like for you to be involved in what I'm doing, and also for the parents to find time, even if okay, let's say your child likes basketball and then the other child likes baking. I think you should bring them into doing the things together, also for the sibling bond. So let's say you invite the child that is not autistic to baseball or basketball to say okay, this is how it is, and then also the child that has autism to with the baking. So it's a family affair, you get. So I think you just involve everybody in it and just really find time, and at the same time prioritize communication. I think that's something that Nigerians they don't always want to communicate. It's not hard for you to just, even if you cannot say it out loud, write a text. I don't feel comfortable saying things out. I feel comfortable when I text okay, this is how I'm feeling. Just communicate, and then if that doesn't change, then I feel let's say therapy. But we're Nigerians or we're Africans, therapy is our God, is our therapist. But I would say bringing in a middleman to help out. So yeah.
And then possibly even allocating special days or something, special outings where it's just me and you, and that I think that would really help child that is navigating all these emotions. Absolutely. Okay. So you've told us a couple of stories already, but I'd really like to know if there's one particular moment, one particular instance whether you felt protective or proud or overwhelmed, frustrated, that captured what it really if you had to say, what's that one event that made you, that would say, yes, I am a sibling or person living with autism. This is my reality. This is life.
So I think I'll speak on the aspect of pride and also frustration. Okay. Let me start with frustration. My brother is doing something currently now. He's having, people with autism have habits. So they pick different things. So now it's colors, clothing. So this is green. He would take it and he would tear it. So I found that it's even normal. I was talking to my friend. She said that, how brother tears papers, official papers. So now Tobi is tearing clothes of different colors. So now whenever he's coming home from boarding school, I had to hide everything. I have to keep my clothes in my mom's room. I have to lock my junk food. I have to lock my books up. And it's just so frustrating. nobody can imagine. Whenever I tell my friends, they're like, oh, they'll be like, okay, you can just log this. Imagine having to like look for this. Like, okay, I kept this in mommy's room. No, I kept this in banker's room. I have to. It's so frustrating. And nobody really understands how you can just like. I always say it's when my brother is around. That's when like my mental health used to take a deep dive because I'm worried about different things. Let's say I'll be happy about one thing, I'll be sad the next moment. It's just so many things. Having to look everywhere because you know you have to like protect him and all. You have to take away sugar. I have to hide my clothes. So it's just so frustrating. And I am tired. I'm looking forward to the day where I don't have to do that. Where I keep something there and it has to be there. So I feel like most siblings actually go through it, the whole frustration, and there's sometimes I don't want to voice it out. Something happened recently before he went home. He tore a dress I've been keeping for my birthday. I said, that's the dress I'm wearing for my date. And I locked the box and I kept it in the room, not knowing that he had found a way to get into the box. And I just saw the material. I'm like, this is not the red material. I saw it and I was boiling. I had to call my mom. That mommy see what happened. And normally whenever that happens, whenever things like that happen, I go into the bedroom. I'm a bedroom cry. I just go there. I will cry like 5 minutes. I'll come out. I'll be happy. I broke down in front of my mom, and that's what even pained me the most. It was not even the fact that it's the fact that my mom saw me like shedding tears. I mostly try not to like because I didn't want her to worry that Tobi's also worried that Tobi is also tired. This is that. God, what am I going to do? So when I cry, my mom was like, "Don't worry, I'm going to get another dress." I'm like, I'm crying because I'm tired. I'm stressed out. I'm fed up. I don't want you to feel like I'm like that. I want to feel like I'm handling everything. Oh God, it was so frustrating. I had to even check out. Later on, I told her that don't worry, I'll get the other dress. Like just calm down because I'm also particular about her. Because I don't know what she's going through. My mom is a very joyful person. She's used to singing, everything. When something happens, like so it's so difficult. I don't really know how to like comfort her. I don't even know why she's even like feeling sad most of the time. But that situation, I know that she was so sad because she even had to call somebody that I don't know what's going on with Tobi. He's tearing clothes, he's still tearing clothes. This has been going on for like 2 years. So I just told her, I went to church that day, and when I got back, I was like, no, don't worry, everything will be all right. It's having to be strong for everybody, especially in its family. You just have to be strong. You have to like lift everybody. One person can lift you up one day, the other person can lift you up like. So I think that was just the frustration part. But I mean, God is still helping us with that. The pride, I think.
Before we get into pride, I want to explore this frustration aspect a bit more. You said tired. How do you go about avoiding burnout? How? Is it easier to like hang out with people that are not aware of the situation and then just kind of be a different person for a little while? Or is it easier to relate to people that understand what you're going through?
So I think so that's even the beauty of your safe space. So I don't think I spoke about the reason why your safe space was born, was founded. So it's because Tobi was having meltdowns in 2020, and no, that was COVID. So we had to bring him home every night. He will not do it in the morning. No, it's in the night when everybody wants to sleep. He will go to the bedroom and he'll be slamming the door, and it was every single night. I was like, is there something wrong? Me, I will even start praying that, okay, God, please, oh. He will go downstairs. I was like, is this a meltdown thing? I think he actually wanted to be in school and he wanted to go out, but like everybody was at home, everybody was locked up, so he didn't really understand that. And that was the year that really messed up with my mental health. I had a friend then, Lakwe. She also has a brother with special needs. That's when we really got closer because I would call her, I would cry on the phone. She'd be like, I understand. She could relate more to it because she's like in that situation. My other friends, of course, they will comfort me, but like they don't really understand like what is really going on. You know how they say that when somebody loses somebody, you can't really understand, but this is another situation. You don't know when you're in it. So that was the year that, you know what, I just thought your safe space. And I spoke for GT Autism Awareness program, I think in 2022. So that's when we're talking about siblings. I was like, okay, you know what, I'm going to start my own community, because my mother has her own community, her own support group, or like siblings. These are the things I go through. I wanted mine, so I came up with that. So whenever I go through burnout, they like I can talk to somebody about it. They'll be able to understand, the right words to say. They don't have to say like, oh, just there's one thing you can just say like, oh, be selfish. Like, no, like you don't have to be entirely selfish. You also have to think about your parents and also about your brother. So that's the beauty of your safe space. With going through burnout, I can just call somebody that's going through it. Someone that's is just like me, like, okay, this is what I'm feeling, this is that's like sometimes I don't even need comforting words. I just want to cry. Let me just let it out, and then let me just feel much better. So of course my friends still have, like, I have this friend, my best friends, Christina and Tobi. They would pray for me, they will stay on the call with me for me to cry. Sometimes they don't say anything because they may not really understand, but they make sure I feel much better before they leave the call. But somebody that is going through it to ask that, okay, is there a way that we can maybe walk through this is that blah blah blah. So yeah, we mostly do that, talking to somebody, and also like taking a break. That's something I still try to reinforce myself. I need to take a break because it's not easy. If you keep on staying there, you just be like, oh, I have to be there for my brother. Somebody needs to refill your cup before you. So me, sometimes I feel guilty, like, oh, taking a break, this is that is still something I'm still battling with. And something I still tell my mom. My mom is even good with it, because any owambe, she's ready for it. Like, I need to go, I need to enjoy myself. But for me, I'm still like, I still keep on texting, like, oh, is everything fine? I want to get to that stage where I just like, you know what? 2 hours is just for me. I'm not texting anybody. I'm not worried about what's going on in my house. So it's still a journey. Taking breaks, doing something that you like, and also finding a way to like let go of emotions. So me, I journal a lot. So I always carry journals around me. So once I write everything down, I feel better. Once I cry, some people is praying, some people is taking a walk, some people is just how would I put it? Different ways for you to let go of emotion. So I mostly tell people that just find that thing that will make you feel better, and also things that you love doing. I love going to the movies alone, like any action, Fast and Furious, I'm there. So that's just my own alone time. That's my me time. So, and also will I say, okay, I said communication. I think that's it for me now.
Honestly, I can imagine that there's relief when you have, should I say, those little timeouts for yourself, yes. But then there'll be a bit of guilt.
It's guilt, worrying about it. Yeah, I think so my friend said something recently to me: take back your life, because I feel like I've carried so much burden. And when she said it, so at first I was like, how would she say that? Don't you understand what I'm feeling? Then I really sat down, like, everything. Tobi. What do I like doing? Like, is this year I actually noticed that, okay, I was just, your safe space. I had a conference, I was writing book. I'm just like, you know what do I actually like doing? So when I sat down, I was just thinking about it, like, I need to take back my life. Like, not everything has to be about Tobi. I need to think about myself, what I want to do, what I feel like I want to, like, my career. I don't need to think about something that, oh, it's going to bring so much money for it to cater for me and my brother. Let me think about what I want to do. So I think I was not just for siblings, also for parents. Like, don't be so invested in this journey that you lose yourself and what you like to do. Still take out time to do what you like to do. Like, even if it's just jogging, like once in a day or something, just do that. I think is better, because if you take on too much, you begin to resent yourself and also your siblings and your parents also. Parents that don't know what to do. So yeah, it's very important to take back your life, take back what you love to do, and focus on yourself for some time.
Take back your life. I love that. And it applies not only in this situation, but so many other situations as well. You were going to talk about pride as well.
Yes, pride. I think there is like a lot for me, but I think there was one thing I really like about Tobi, is that he sees the little details. Okay. So something could be off and you'll be like, this is not the way it's supposed to be. So like even the remote cover, like the back of the remote, I don't care about it. As far as the remote is working, Toby wants to find it. It's that sort of, will I say, perfection for me. And the fact that he takes initiative, like even despite of him being autistic, when he sees someone that is dirty, that is something I'm still very, very proud of. I'm still very, very grateful because he sweeps it himself. Like he doesn't like, let's say you have a meltdown or you scatter everything, he will still come and clean it by himself. So it's still something that, let's say, pride. It's something I'm very grateful for. And yeah, I think that's just it for me. The little like initiative and also being, let's say, sweet. Like apart from the meltdowns, Toby is very sweet. Like he has a crush on my two best friends. Every time he's always smiling and they always bring things for him. I don't know why. I'm like, one of them is married though, please oh. So he's always like, oh, he calls her name's like Christiana. I'm like, this girl is married, please just anyway. And she was very sweet. So that's why, like, whenever I think about the sweet moments, I'm like, I'm not going to lash at you because of that. But sometimes it's not easy.
I guess that's another way to cope, to focus on, the positives, even when it's looking really, really bleak. Just say, okay, you know what? There's light at the end of this tunnel. It's not always like that. These are the things he does that brings joy, and let's just hold on to that. You talked about your friends being, nice and bringing stuff, and of course everyone will have a crush on someone that brings gifts for them. What about people that are not so nice? How do you deal with that?
So me, I think I'm different from my sister. I have a sister, Banke. She's ready to go all out. If you talk or if you look at him anyhow, she would deal with you. Maybe she would change it for you. Me, I'm still like, oh please don't, this is that. But I think that I have to find a balance because in this society, people are still cruel. People are still wicked. I went out to my brother recently and he was trying to cross the road. Toby is, I'll say look at the road, you look up. I'm like, look straight at the road. So we're trying to cross and then this bystander is like, no go look road. I'm like, am I talking to you? Like if it was like normal, I was like, oh sorry, he's autistic. But I just slashed out and I feel so bad because he wouldn't have known. I'm like, why are you talking to him? Did they ask you for the... So like I feel most of the time you have to educate them. So that's where like me talking about it all the time, writing it in my books and all of that. But at the same time with day-to-day activities, like I think some people already even know because I take Toby out now. So like whenever I'm going to the store to get something around, because we stay in Surrey, so there are many stores. So I take him around. So people already even know that he's different, but they don't know what autism is. And sometimes I just want people to ask me, what is wrong with your brother? I feel like they're always so, like, they're shying around the topic. They don't want to, like, hurt you. Ask me the questions. Even with, like, one of my friends, like, he just say, oh, how is Toby? This is that. I know that he wants to ask something, but he's still trying to, like, maybe he's still trying to, I'm like, you know what? Ask me what you want to ask me. How did this thing happen? But he's just like, maybe he's trying to protect. He don't want to offend me and all of that. But, yeah, but for people that are not really understanding, I'll just say educate them. And if they refuse to be educated, change it for them, because you cannot be talking to my brother anyhow. If I've explained to you that, okay, my brother gets sensory overload with loud noises and you're still doing something that's going to upset him, I'm going to change it for you. I'm still finding it very hard. I'm still trying to step into like my confidence side, but most of the time I just try to explain calmly. But for people, I think it's just continue with the whole education, awareness and all of that. And very importantly, fight for your sibling. Fight for him, because Toby does not really have the words to say. So I have to do the fighting for him, like, okay, this is what it is, this is that. Even in the household, there's sometimes that, okay, my mother will buy something for herself. Everybody, okay, ice cream or pizza. What about Toby? So now I've even gotten to the stage where if I'm buying, because me, I like junk food a lot. If I buy junk food, I have to buy chips for Toby. I have to buy something that he likes, because I don't want him to feel like, okay, he's forgotten. Everybody's taking something for like they like, and then he's not getting that stuff. So that's something. Fight for them in the society and also in the home.
Where do you find you have to fight the hardest?
Society. I am still afraid. One of my fears is that, let's say we're driving, and God forbid we get into an accident, and only God forbid Toby survives. What's going to happen? Who is going to? He does not know. Let's say we're in an Okpaja now, and our house is Surulere. What's going to happen? That's still something that scares me. I feel like people will not understand, and the way people with autism, like some people can't talk, some people don't understand. At least he knows my mom's phone number. That's something, but like you don't even understand. And society can be so quick. Let's say Nigerians, well, are so quick to talk and to judge. Even with will I say in church, like they may not really be able to understand. They be saying, okay, some things or something that happened. I was out with my best friend, and this guy from my church came, and he was like, how is your brother with Down syndrome? I'm like, my brother does not have Down syndrome. Oh. I was like, these people with Down syndrome, you need to pray for them. I think people need to pray. I'm like, you know what's going on in my house? Prayer. Oh, like even despite autism, of course, we're a prayerful home. So like the way he was saying that you need to pray harder, you need to do this, Down syndrome. I was even trying to explain. I was trying to say, okay, autism. He was not getting it. I'm like, they don't really get it. You don't want to understand. That's why I even think that awareness is to be done in the church, because you believe it's a spiritual issue. You believe it's a spiritual issue, but the way we've been praying and nothing has happened, what can we do? It's to either press on or just leave on with the situation, because I mean nobody will be able to understand. So I really think it's mostly in the society to try to make people understand, because there's no way you can talk to somebody like we need to even, there was even something that somebody did, Mrs. Azazi, she did this community outreach where she was talking to people about autism. I think we even need more of that, more, because now when you mention autism or cerebral palsy, it'll be like, oh, child with mumu or the retard. They don't really understand. So I think that we need to fight more for them to really understand the true picture and the true like reality of autism, and also that is different from other like disorders. It's not like Down syndrome that is seen visibly. These are invisible disabilities. So like people will not be able to understand. So I think it's just fighting for it. And also the whole stuff about employment. I'm like, I don't, honestly, between you and me, I've not gotten to the stage where I can see my brother having let's say, blue collar job, and it's still breaking my heart, because I'm like, I want this boy to have his life, maybe to work for his own money. So I don't think that can happen, because employers these days are not will I say, they don't know much about disabilities. They don't want to. How many buildings do we even see have ramps and all? So like I feel like that's still something that I would say have to fight for. Like, okay, my brother has a right to earn money. Of course, the whole SDGs, economic growth. So it's all a lot. We have to education, employment, especially that education part, because if not for a therapist, Auntie Nancy, that helped Toby, he'd not stay in school. He'd not stay in his class. He was always wondering about, because we're in the same primary school. If not that she knew about autism and she took him like, let's say, as a personal project, nothing will have happened. So I think it's just continually fight for quality education, even in the schools that they say that they offer special education. Some of them they don't. Yeah, that's it. Babbled a lot.
No. Because you find that there's so much of, like you said, schools, we have that, and but you're fighting so much, and you're still trying to make people aware. And then of course there's dealing with, I'm sure that's something that happens. People, you're passing by, we're talking about people being mean, but even the people being nice can also come with their own, shall I say, drama. So how about the people who are like, oh, have you been to this church? Do you people pray at all? Have you fasted? Have you gone to the mountaintop? That kind of thing. How do you deal with that? I mean, you're just trying to go navigate. You're just trying to get chips and a burger, and 3 people have stopped you and told you they want to lay hands on him. How do you deal with that?
I think I would. Well, I won't let anybody just lay hands on my brother, because if you're not, will I say, a pastor or somebody I know that you have spiritual backing. I won't, because only God knows what you are putting in him. So I have to be conscious. If you say you are praying for him, that's fine. Like, oh, of course, my friends still pray for him, but at the same time, I'm still very particular. Like, okay, just don't say the wrong words. At the same time, not that's something I'm still trying to change. Like, I don't even know, because I think I'm in the middle. Because when I tell people that autism does not have a cure, you can pray and fast, you can say that, okay, maybe it's demonic possession or whatever. It doesn't have a cure. You cannot get to church and then you'll be praying and praying. We have tried a lot. I have taken my brother to church. My mother's taking him to church, every place, and it still hasn't happened. So now I'm just trying to tell people that even despite this thing has not happened, God can still move. And then Toby can wake up and just, he won't have autism. So it feels as if I'm in the middle. Like, I'm saying that it does not have a cure, but it has a cure. For me, I know that, like, people really, they won't understand. You just have to go through it. But saying that, I'll just tell people, like, yes, they say, like, okay, they are praying for me. They're like, say, thank you so much. We're trying our best. This is that. And also try to, like, educate them a bit. So every time I'm talking about somebody about autism, talking to someone about autism, I always chip in something that they need to know, something very important. Like, the same thing, that autism is not like a spectrum. Somebody with autism can talk, another person cannot talk. So that's what I try to do. But I won't just let anybody that I don't know or that has spiritual backing to lay hands on my brother. I mean, you can do that, you can pray in your secret place, but I don't want that. I don't know if that makes me overly protective.
Very protective, I guess. And then I think another thing that I would think that siblings would deal with is also that trap of being, so I call it the trap of strength, where people say, oh, you're so strong. You do it so well and all that.
Oh, my love. My best friend used to tell me that. They say, you're so strong. I'm like, yeah, I am. But every single time I cry, I'm always thinking that why me? Why my family? Why is this going on? God, show me the bigger picture. Why is this exactly happening? People always see, like, oh, this trend. They don't know, like, what's going on behind closed doors. Like, in my home now, I can just say that, okay, like the way I am now, like, okay, autism advocate, when you get to my house, he's one thing or the other, shouting, Toby, did you take this? Did you take this? Everything, doors slamming, not be able to understand. So, of course, like, I think everybody, society needs to know that even if we appear strong, there are still some things that we are carrying. I need to be sensitive about it. You don't just speak anyhow, and also try to be an understanding person. So sometimes don't just offer solutions like basically like, okay, you should pray more, or try to say you're not doing this very well. While I'm sad, I don't want to hear something I'm not doing very well. Maybe you can tell me that, but you can start with, okay, I think you're doing this very well, but why don't you try this? It comes with like the manner of approach. So honestly, I just think, like, at the same time, I just feel like people shouldn't stay strong all the time. You shouldn't bottle things up. If anything I know about myself, I cry a lot. When I need to cry, I will cry. Like, I used to say something that I used to save my tears when it's Sunday service, so people would think that I'm crying because of the anointing. But I'm really crying because I can't, like, hold everything in. I think people just need to let out their emotions and stop thinking that you can handle it all. It's too much. I don't think there's anybody that can do everything and not feel some kind of way. Even my mom, I feel like even when I say that she's always happy, she's always singing, I know that there's still a time that she's in her room, that she's worrying or she's crying. So, like, I think it's just for you to find healthy outlets for you to let it all out, honestly.
What would you say has been the hardest part of this journey?
Hardest part of the journey, I think I would say that your life is, let's say that my life is sort of not really dependent, but I always have to think about my sibling. Like the constant, like, oh, what is going to happen? Even if I don't even want to think about it, let's say if I'm going to travel abroad, and my sister is going to travel abroad, I think about it. Let's say it just comes natural. I don't know. I'm not like, okay, if me and Banker are abroad, something happens to my mom or my dad, what's going to happen to Toby? Are we going to need a caregiver? How much is the account? That kind of thing. Always having to think, and it can be so overwhelming sometimes. Like today, I just want that pause button. Like, you know what? Don't think about anything. But it's really so tough. And will I say, still having to deal with one thing or the other. Let's say you can pass one journey of, let's say, one habit, you still have to meet one in front. Like, there's no, like, okay, hold on, let me celebrate a little bit. No, there are no habits. One thing is stopping, another thing is continuing. Like, I would like to just be, just everything should be smooth, like at least for a while, but just always having to think something is getting in the way, and it's really a lot. And also, like, okay, I mentioned fear of the future. Like, that's just something I'm still battling with, because I'm like, I don't know what's going to happen. I know I have faith that my future is secured. I know that, okay, God is going to be there for me, but there's still that what if. And I know that, like, okay, trials and tribulations, they always come and you have to pass through it. I'm just like, I'm worried about what's going to happen in those trials and tribulations, what's going to go on. So it's just having that. But I really think, like, having community is really the best. Talking to someone that understands it, because really it's a lot. And will I say, another thing I forgot siblings battle with is also comparison. I have friends that have brothers, siblings that are of my brother's age, and they're doing so well, and I'm so proud of them. I'm like, oh God, they are doing so well. And my brother is doing well in his own journey. I'm just like, what if there was no autism? What will have happened to this boy? How would, like, his story be? Will he be dating now? Will he, like, gotten a first class, which university? So there's this that like, I really wish that this would have been different. Like, if, like, because I have friends there, I was like, my best friend will have my best friend's brother will have been friends with, like, my own brother. So to have been like a whole family kind of thing. But, like, it's just like, I really wish this could be happening for him. And it's sometimes people will not understand. They just feel like maybe you're just maybe comparing and probably maybe being jealous, but they don't really understand that, like, you're still mourning. And that's still, like, something that parents still do. They're still mourning for the child that they thought of, not like this child. So it's something that people still, as they still go through. And that's still something I'm still like, you know what? I try to comfort myself, like, his journey is different. He has autism. Even the people that have autism, like, somebody's autism could be different from another person's autism. So now I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to continue going in his journey. I'm going to be thankful, but sometimes it's just hard. It's just hard. So yeah, that's mostly it. Like, the hardest part.
The hardest part. And okay, what's the flip side? What's the best part?
That I have a best friend that loves me.
You have a best friend that loves you unconditionally.
Like, I know, like, if you go through my social media page, you see the way Tobi and I, like, well, like this. But where we also fight is also, you know, but like everywhere. Like, Tobi knows that, okay, if I'm going out, like, around the corner, I'm taking him along. And yeah, just having somebody that's, well, like, he does not understand what I'm going through, but he's always there. And then me and Tobi sing a lot. Like, Tobi has this superpower. He picks up music easily. Like, he could be playing something here and it's just here. In 5 minutes, he picks it up. And I love that about him. He sings so well. And my joy is that I want him to be in the choir for him to sing. He knows. I think there's a video on my TikTok that shows him singing There Is a Place by Pastor Nathan Obasi. He knows songs very well. He knows how to sing. And that's something we enjoy a lot. So, like, music will be playing. He doesn't know how to dance, but will be bobbing his head. So that's really a time I really look forward to. And of course, like, cooking. He loves to eat a lot, but when it comes to, like, fried rice, at least we help, like, we make sure that he's into, like, doing things in the house. He cuts the vegetables and all. So even though that he has autism, we're not treating him as if, oh, you have autism, go and sit down. No, you still wash plates, you still clean, you still do everything.
I was going to say that because you said you fight and all that. So you would think that, okay, siblings,
My mom is like, when Toyin and Tobi are fighting, like just leave them. Like, please. But one thing I try not to do is that I don't try to say like, I don't want to say hurtful words.
Yes.
Because when you're upset, like you just want to say some things that get out. Like I try my best not to. So sometimes I'll just step out, just like, let me just count off at least 5 minutes. I feel like we need to do that a lot. Like, you know, even apart from like special needs, like home, we need to mind what we say, because our tongue has power. Imagine saying like, stupid child, get out. Don't say something that will ruin like their life. So most of the time, it's just to, even if you fight, like you just have to find a way to whatever. And anytime you offend somebody in the house, I tell him, go and say sorry. So there was one thing that he did to Banke recently. Banke was upset. After everything I did, I said, I can't tell your sister sorry. So we tried to make him like, okay, this is what you do. You need to have like, be accountable and all of that. And also try to have a little bit of initiative, but it's still kind of hard because he has autism. So
Yeah, there's only so much you can do. So you sound like you have like a really amazing support system around you. With your work with the safe space, I would say, or my question now would be, how would you advise someone watching or listening to this who's starting out and, you know, or has a child with additional needs and siblings? How do they build this support system? What do you look for? How do you know that this is a trusted person? How do you know who not to let into, you know, your ecosystem? How do you know? What do you look out for?
I think I would have to say somebody that is empathetic, that is compassionate, because you need to be able to, for me, if I'm going to talk to somebody, I want the person to be concerned about how I'm feeling in that moment, and also like minding the words that you say. So even though like the person may be in your situation, you may not always have the right words to say. So people are going through compassion fatigue, that they just like, you know what, okay, you'll be fine. They're just so overwhelmed with doing, like, having so much positivity that they just black out. So I think you just look for people that are like compassionate, people that know the right words to say, people that make you feel better. So I always say one thing: if I feel, anytime I call somebody that I'm worried about this, when I get off the call with the person, I want to feel at least, let's say 20% better. Like, okay, even though the problem is still there, I want to feel like, okay, at least something, I feel much better. My friends make sure that, okay, so that they can encourage me, like, okay, God knows what you're going through. He prepared you for this journey, even if He knows He'll still comfort you in a way. My friends that maybe are not spiritual could be like, don't worry, everything will be okay. They can remind me of the things that he used to do in the past that he has stopped before. That he has stopped. So like that will make me feel like, oh yeah, I actually go through this. I can pass through this also. So I think it's just looking for people that are really compassionate and understand, honestly, because not everybody understands, and also like the right words. And will I say, I think that's just it.
Okay. Right. Oh my goodness. This has been such a great chat. Well, what we have now, we're gonna have like a quick fire round. I'm gonna ask you some questions, really quick questions, easy questions. Don't worry about it. And I just want you to give us the first answer that pops into your head. Yeah. So, tell us, what's something unusual about you?
Something unusual about me. Let's say unusual. What am I thinking?
Not typical.
Not
I would say writing 15 books is. I'm sure you're working on this room that's reading 15 books.
I love writing.
Oh
so
my
like
goodness.
I don't think
Does
there's a
that
day.
come
Easy.
So easy.
So that's why I said like I love journaling. So anytime I pick up the pen, like, dear Lord, this is that I've written like a whole page. So I love it. And I feel like because I'm so shy, I'm very introverted, it's easy for me to easy for me. It's easy for me to write down stuff. So if I want to call out somebody in my book or something, I can't say it out loud. You know, some people are easy to like maybe get on Twitter and be like, okay, oh, you're a bad person, this is that. I'd rather go to my books and write it down. So you just catch yourself there. So I think that's just, maybe that's the usual thing about me. But I think I'm weirdly organized. I have to-do lists, like, so like in my head, even if I don't write it down, like, okay, even when I'm going out, I know that, okay, I need to do this, I need to do. So I make plans ahead. Tomorrow night, I know what I'm doing. Nothing can stop it. I can't add anything on it. So I think that's just very unusual because I follow it. Like, there's no day I have to tick everything, even if I'm crying or and it's a cost too, because I need to give myself grace. But anything I'm doing, I have to take out everything for that day.
Okay, question 2. How do you relax?
Oh, I like watching movies. No, I like watching action movies.
Really?
I like any.
What's your favorite movie? What's your favorite action movie of all time?
Fast and Furious. People say that is so. But please,
Which of them?
Fate of the Furious. The one that Dom does the fallout. Oh god, I love it. I love Creed. I love watching boxing. Like, I like things. I used to be a lover girl, watch all this, but you know what? I think I like violence now. I want to feel a little bit of I want to feel a little bit of violence. So I really love that. And I love going to the movies alone. It's so comforting. I don't get to talk to anybody while I'm watching my movie. It's just me and my screen. And also I like reading, and what I say, I think that's what I like.
Okay. What's your favorite food?
Favorite meal. I like spaghetti, spicy spaghetti, and salad. I think people think that is a weird combo. I don't take spaghetti without salad.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And I don't like any salad. If you bring amala to me, I swear I can throw up. I don't like amala. I don't like anything amala, but I like pounded yam and egusi. I don't take any other soup but egusi. So I think I'm very restricted to that. So.
Okay. What's the first thing you do in the morning? You wake up, what's the first thing you do?
First of all, I think sometimes I say thank you, Jesus, but sometimes I just check my phone for notifications. Let me not lie. So mostly check my phone.
Okay. What's a belief you held for a long time but later realized was wrong?
That's something nice. I think what else do?
I believed, just what was real.
There's nothing's coming to my head right now. Something that I thought was good, but I found it was bad. Was not real. I can't remember. Oh, I just think that everybody with autism could talk or could relate, or even had just something in TV shows. They show people with that understand maths or can do painting. I used to think that that would be the case.
Okay.
So when my brother was cutting clothes, I used to think that maybe he has a little Pablo Picasso inside of him, but he's not showing any interest. So I used to think that they had all the same interests and they had the same gifts, but it's actually different. So
thank you for participating. Now, quick fire round. Final question. Final question. If you could go back in time and meet 15-year-old you or 10-year-old you, what's the one thing you would tell yourself to help you along this journey? What do you know now that you should know then? And what would you do if you just had 10 seconds with yourself? What's the one bit of information, one piece of wisdom that you would impart?
Give yourself grace, give other people grace, and be confident. So I think that's one thing, because I think at some point I was upset with my parents and also upset with Tobi based on things that he was doing. So I think I'll tell myself, give him grace. He doesn't really understand what he's doing, and give yourself grace. Your feelings are valid. Don't need to eat yourself because you're feeling anger, you're feeling resentment. Is normal. And also to be confident, because there are some things I would have done differently when in my journey. So I fought for my brother, but I didn't. So I would tell tell yourself, when this happened, like when somebody is speaking ill about your brother, when somebody does not understand or is trying to get physical, fight for your brother. Even if your voice shakes or your heart is beating very hard, make sure you speak up. So I think I would say that.
Toyin, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Did I mention that you are our first guest? Did I mention? Have I mentioned it? You are our first guest, and it's you, absolutely. And it's been an absolute pleasure. I love the wisdom that you brought. I love, your perspective, about, taking back your life, being confident, not being afraid to cry, but also maintaining that strength, understanding, guilt, but also being, aware that it's not your fault and you have to continue living your life. Toyin, there has been so many wonderful bits of knowledge that you've shared with us, and I'm so grateful. Thank you so much for being with us on Hope, Help and Hugs. Thank you. You did not, and I love that. I love the fact that it's difficult, and we want to be emotional, but we also want people to know that there's hope, and and we just keep going. Yes.
No. Like in the next 3 months or 5 months, it's not even be there anymore. So just need to keep on looking at, okay, there's still an image of my child that he can be. So I'm going to get into that stage. So yeah, so just keep on hoping, despite everything, and surround yourself with hope.
Oh,
because if you have, like what they say, that thing, like bad, evil communication corrupts good manners or whatever. So just surround yourself with that hopeful environment so that you can keep on strength. So yeah.
So we will try not to disturb the mics, but I really want to give you a hug. Can we? Thank you. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you.
To our viewers, we say a huge thank you for joining us on this episode of Hope, Help and Hugs. I want to say a special thank you to the amazing Toyin Odunuyi for opening up her heart, her story, and her journey as a special needs sibling, and for reminding us that siblings deserve understanding, compassion, and support just as much as anyone else in the family. If today's conversation resonated with you, don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and share it. And do stay tuned so that you're the first to hear more stories that bring hope, help, and a little hug of understanding. Until next time, keep hope alive, seek help when you need it, and don't forget to give yourself a hug.